mindfulness technique that we just use is one way of doing it. The other thing to do is maybe some, you know, body scanning, basically sitting in a nice comfortable chair. You can even do it at work. It takes 2 minutes, 3 minutes to do it at work. Sit down, close your eyes, relax for a minute or two, take a deep breath, let it out, and slowly start with each toe and work its way up. And then you work your way up your body, work up the other one, just noticing any tension and everything. Kind of let it go for a second. Again, it takes 2 to 3 minutes, 4 minutes at the most. And you'll be amazed at how much tension you can lose. So, my question for you, you know, with all these thoughts going on, is there anything that is bothering you in general outside of work itself or the incident itself?
You mean like in my life or like currently?
Well, in your life and at work or in
It's a lot of little things. I mean, it's like I said, it's that constant wonder about if I did everything right and whether I got everybody there on time. And you know, I mean, I still haven't heard back from people. Right? At least not from everybody. Try to get some feedback. So I have all these unanswered questions, which are just driving me absolutely insane. And I mean, like I said, I sit there at night. I wake up in these ridiculous, just cold sweats. Essentially, just sometimes it's these screams, and I mean, I don't know if they're just nightmares or if it's from stuff that I heard during the call that I mean, it was probably, you know, subconsciously heard. I don't really know. And obviously there's the aspect of the concern about, you know, just the impact, like, you know, and is the crap that's going on in my life right now with my marriage and whatnot because of this, or, you know, is it not? I don't know. There's a lot in my mind.
well, let me use another quote for you in regards to where you were thinking towards this incident. And do you know much about fly fishing?
I do.
Okay. Well, then you know that fly fishing is meant to simulate a type of bug on the end of the line to induce the fish to bite, correct? Now, if I'm not mistaken, you use barbed hooks, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, so imagine that the thoughts that you're having are the hook. But the problem is that our thoughts are actually barbless hooks. So at any time we can let go of our thoughts. Now it's not easy by any stretch of the imagination. I'm not saying that it would be easy for you. But notice that if you have a thought, that you may let it go instead of lingering on it. You know what I mean? Almost like I've got the fish, caught it, let it go. You know what I mean? So that you're constantly going. You don't want that barbed hook into you because you're the fish and catching you. You know, so thoughts are barbless, and we can let them go at any time. Okay. And the other thing too is maybe thinking about those thoughts as a ball, you know, beach ball in a pool. The more you press on it and try to push it underwater, the less likely you are to keep it under, right? Every time you push it down, let it go, it comes back up. So these are the thoughts of the beach ball. The more you fight it, the more you're going to struggle with it. If you just let it sit there and sit on top of the water, then it's just going to let it go, and you can go on your way. Okay? Again, not an easy thing, especially in the beginning, but these are the things that I want you to think about. Okay, so we're done for today. I thank you very much. Do you have any questions in regards to what we've talked about?
No, I mean, I like your reference to the barbed hook. I don't know if I have the power to, I guess, take the barb out of it, but I like the reference of these.
Okay, well, again, it's something to think about, and just notice those thoughts when they're there, and try to just let them go. I think another one that would be good is almost, as you're watching TV, your thought comes in, it's the TV, it's a commercial. You can just let it come in and go out, or you can sit and watch the commercial. You know what I mean? Just, as we go about our lives, we sometimes just literally pay attention to commercials. So just think about that. Thought is a commercial that I don't necessarily want to watch, and just go by. Okay? So, I thank you very much. Okay? And if you have any questions, by all means, contact me beforehand. But otherwise, I'll see you next week. Hockey's more than glad to say hi and goodbye to you. Okay? So, alright, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Alright, so as you can see, the process is a job of using language to get people to think in a different manner. I probably could have, or I probably would have, at the time, done a lot more breakdown or look at what was of the particular incident, probed it a lot more, and got more in long lines of what is affecting that person. Again, especially first responders, they're in this fight-flight syndrome constantly, where the body, even when they return to a normal state, the body stays there. And this act is meant to help ground them and return them to a normal state, turn off that interior, that internal engine that's going. Getting somebody to think in a different manner of what their problems are. So, it's that process that we need to do with this. It's some people may think it's rubbish, but along with talk therapy and changing of thought processes and looking at things in a different light, I think that it would work very well, especially with certain populations that are having problems. Now, I probably would have probed more about family, definitely dynamics, especially the loss of her husband, and to determine how long her marriage was at that time before it did happen, if they were having any problems, how soon after did she remarry the wife. Might have touched on whether she was, bisexual or lesbian, which really doesn't make difference in therapy, but it may be an idea, a different perspective to look at, especially in the aspect of where she's now working at. Might be something that plays a role in the dynamics of her work, whether it's harassment or whatnot. Something that would definitely be something that I'd want to look at if I was treating this as a client. Then also look at her relationship with her son. If there's any problems, look at there's any relationship with her new wife and her son. Just rounding out those dynamics as to what is going on in the family. Then go down that aspect of where's the trouble going on now. What is she seeing? What is the problem that is at the issue that she sees at home? Is it an ongoing fight? Are there serious fights? Is she just, being, overwhelmed. And then also talk more about the mindfulness techniques. Give her references. Give her, places maybe to get more in touch with things like yoga and things like that. So give them a background to work with, as it were. Give them tools to work with other than what I show them here. You did see that my cat was here. That wouldn't be one thing. Therapy animals are an amazing thing for people and can calm people down that are highly stressed. Animals sense when a person's stressed, and they usually come over and look to relieve that stress in one form or another. Aki's definitely, she was over here, looking at Annette, who was a little bit stressed out prior to just coming in the door. Other than that, I think I could have done a little more questioning in the aspect of different things in regards to her dynamics at work. Is she being supported at work? Is she having any problems, in relations to the problems she says she's having at work, in regards to her thinking process and things like that? Is she making mistakes? Is it jeopardizing her work? Does she need EAP to ensure that she's getting all the proper help that she needs? People do have problems. They do follow into work, and we want to ensure that they're getting all the proper, rights that they are entitled to. If they're having issues, we want to, make sure that their job is not jeopardized. So EAP is one thing to look at for. And other than that, I think I did a relatively okay job. I'm looking at this as a new outlook in life, and stepping into it, and metaphors are something that we're something going to be looking at, definitely, and kind of honing those to my own type of feeling and my own type of way of doing things, and thinking things the way I look at it, and then building up a repertoire of them. Also with language. I find myself sometimes having loss of words. With ACT, you've got to be very delicate sometimes with what you say. So that'll be something I'll be working on in regards to how I interact with other people and the language that I use to talk to them. So I thank you very much, and take care.